Welcome to United by Trucks. Here we are dealing with Rocky's foul mouth again.
Watch your ass.
So today we're in here messing around with Smokey again. Rocky's wearing his Smokey appropriate attire, some Liberty overalls.
That's right.
And we're putting some hood pins back in this thing. It didn't have hood pins in it originally, but it now has hood pins. I guess maybe the Forest Service did it, previous owner, not sure. But there's a reason they did it. It's because his hood wants to fly open at 10 miles an hour.
Those hood pins are U.S. issue.
They're U.S. issue. That's right, government hood pins. Except the pin wasn't actually there, just the holes in the hood. So we're going back with some hood pins that Mike is over here washering up. But we're trying to finish getting the truck a little more dialed in. We have a little show this weekend we're going to. By the time you see this, it'll probably be after the fact. Maybe not. But we still got the driveline issue at 55. We think it's carrier bearing and a whole host of other things we'll get into here in just a minute. But we're trying to get the hood where it'll stay shut and fix a little transcooler leak. Got a hose, the rubber hose is leaking down on the lower line, so we'll get on that. That's what we're up to tonight. Simple little list, but I'm sure the drive line is gonna present some issues.
How sure are you? Dude, Instagram done got me for a video that I posted 4 years ago.
Came out of nowhere, guys?
Yeah, in the background, AC/DC was playing.
You're kidding.
Yeah, in the background.
Man, they must be getting tightened down. My left eye is like, got something in it.
Robbie got that pink eye.
Ain't got no pink eye. What I do have is this light. While they're messing around, putting hood pins in, I'm gonna crawl under the truck where it's all wet and show you what's happening in this mess.
What do you see under there, Robbie?
So here's where the shaft goes into the transfer case. I can't really tell a whole lot about it right this second. Rocky, did you look at the front one?
I did.
That looks all right. Or it looks
like it was.
Looks like it's more intact than the rest of this situation.
It's gonna be a pain to get off too.
So carrier bearing, where the second drive shaft goes into the first one, you can see this gap we got going here, and you can see that I can move the carrier bearing with my hand. So that right there has some vibration in it. That's exactly what we're hearing above 55, I bet. So new carrier bearing it will be. And then back there in the back, which we'll show you a little more closely in a minute, there's a stud broken off into the pinion in the rear diff. So that's exciting and also awesome and terrible at the same time. Up here in the front, we got a little bit of a leak from the pinion, what I think is the pinion seal in that front diff. So we're gonna pull the drive shaft out of it, have it checked out. We also have a trans leak from the trans cooler lines, which I'm gonna get fixed here in a minute. Look at this. So that's where it was leaking trans fluid. When it sat while I was gone, you can see down here on the ground that diff fluid, and then this is trans fluid all over the front of the diff. So I think it's getting progressively worse. In fact, you can see it about to drip right there. I think it's leaking trans fluid right where the rubber hose meets, because I don't think there's any, no fluid above it. I can tell. It's also leaking right here at this back one too. You can see it leaking right there. Mike beats on the top of the truck. So we're gonna replace that hose. Probably replace that one too, because it's all cracked. Yeah, golly, look at all the trans fluid all over the sway bar, all over all the steering components. Front diff. Man, what a mess. We'll get it sorted out in a minute.
Oh, you're so moist, Robbie.
Yeah, I'm like soaking wet. You're right, it's not your fault. We are gonna lift this thing up in the air under Mike's supervision because this thing's gigantic.
It's moist and meaty.
I never had a truck like this up on a lift like that. People gonna be ribbing me over that one. Is that what we're naming Smokey now? Moist and meaty?
Is that one tight?
It is. I call that taut.
So you gotta push the hood on a little bit. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That's how you want a hood pin.
Dude, that sucker ain't going nowhere. Oh yeah, buddy. I feel like we're in business. I feel like these government issued hood pins are where it's at.
We didn't replace the scutcheon plate.
Yeah, but look at the patina on those flatheads.
These are authentic.
Screws are in here.
It's true. Now we go up.
I spilled a bunch of diesel fuel on it one day. Brian Harris needs to send me another one now.
Was that yours?
Yeah, it was mine.
Oh, I thought it was mine. You just sorry,
No.
I'm over here wiping down.
No, I was changing fuel filters and stuff in my dually one day, and something happened, and ended up getting it got all over that shirt, and I was like, man, I gotta take this off. I couldn't stand smelling it no more.
Yeah, I bet. Ugh. Looking in two different spots. Yep, right there, and it's starting to leak at the other end. Actually, it's leaking. Is it leaking above it?
I think it's spraying out, bro.
Okay, me too. All right, cool. God, look at that chunk of mud. So yeah.
Rub my face on that thing.
It's got transmission fluid all over it. We're assessing. This is an honest assessment. So this is where I think. Actually, no. Is that oil? Something's wet there, and is it dripping down here?
It's probably spraying out of here. Who's got that world-class remanufactured starter?
Son, we in biz. So here's 205 transfer case.
Got that cast iron.
You see we got some issues up here. We're gonna pull the front drive shaft for now.
Look at that pump.
And till we can address this, not this week, but maybe in another week. Normal.
Parking.
Parking. Oh yeah, the roll in your parking. Yeah. But look at this right here, Mike. Shine that light right here. Look at this, dude.
Yeah.
You know what kind of vibration we got? That's it.
Yeah, I mean this. Like this seizes up. If this seizes up right here, this is bad, because what happens is this thing's supposed to collapse when the rear end goes up and down. This yoke will come in and out. If this yoke seizes up, like right now, it's seized up.
Seized.
There's no way it'll come. What's going to happen is
driving all that forward
into that transfer case.
Yep.
It's either going to bend the drive shaft or screw up. Like it'll blow a ear off a yoke. Or in extreme cases, I used to do mud bogging back in the day, and we had a slip yoke that was so packed with dirt. When we articulated the front end, the drive shaft didn't squish. It blew the transfer case right in half.
No
It
kidding.
split it right in half because it didn't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
So it just pushed the transfer case off the motor.
Well, we can tell that's been.
And that's what we're up against.
Yeah, this probably.
That's not good. That's the very first thing Mike pointed out when we crawled under the truck the first time. He said, we're going to have to address that. Well, yeah, you're right.
I wish you could learn things from other people's mistakes, but I'm really good at learning things from my own.
That's why we do well together. So then back here, we've got what? Yeah, we got a bolt that's spun off right there. Is that what that is?
Yeah, bust off bolt. We could probably easy out that one out.
So, yeah, Mike made quick work of that. Off camera.
That's how I do my best work.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Ready to use again. Yeah, broken off stud from the U-joint straps. Mike thinks he's gonna easy it out easy. Rock's giving us a little carrier bearing support there. And I'm having a ball narrating and finding tools.
Smaller.
Well, they're gonna look at this thing and go, good God almighty. The fact that that one collapses, no good. Sorry about the LED flicker. This is the only light operational in the shop currently. I don't know, Rock, we're running a risk of rounding that sucker off.
That muffler kind of hot.
Look at that son of a gun. Wow, I dropped the end of your pick out.
Look at how crooked I drilled that hole in there.
Man, that's a great job.
Yeah.
That's a great job. Dude, thanks for getting that out.
Man, that's like a $200 easy out job right there.
I'm getting invoiced for this one.
This thing needs 30 seconds of airtime. Look.
We're just gonna run it with just me and you talking in the background.
It's just over top of your face right now. Just
Yeah.
spinning in the moonlight.
I like it.
Alright, that's stuff.
What's up with your, is this screw on or something? Why is this falling out?
Because it sucks.
It does, man. I was like,
That's the only ifs, ands, or buts about it.
I got this died.
yeah, you don't need me anymore.
Never mind.
Got it. All right, so I got the front drive shaft loose. Actually, Mike and Rock got most of the rear. Well, all the rear. What am I talking about? I got all the main drive shaft out. Working on getting the front one out. As I mentioned earlier in the video, you can see where it's leaking from that. So we're gonna give it a little bit of relief until we can fix it and get the front drive shaft rebuilt anyway. So no four-wheel drive for the moment. That dude's just killing the game with
I mean, this isn't the technical way to do this either, bro.
What do you mean?
Well, like this is a flared nut fitting right here.
Yeah.
Like they had it just over top of this hose right here. Like that's not the way you should do this at all.
Oh yeah. Oh, they had it over that.
Over that
Nut?
flare, yeah. No, not the nut, the flare. You see the flare
No,
on
and
it?
they just had the nut slid back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not how
This
you
is
should do
a
it at all.
brake line. So
Should we zip that off? Would that even be better? Like to zip the flare off? Yes, they just took a brake line.
yeah. That's really all it is. I don't even know how the hell they got that hose over that flare.
Me either. That's probably, maybe that's why they had the 3/8.
Yeah, well that flare freaking
Just sort of protruding through. Yeah.
Split the hose. So we'll just cut it off.
At least that'll do something until I can, or at least make me feel better about it until I can get a different line into the radiator. Thanks, man.
Nah, it'll be alright.
Mike, that looks like it might do a hair better. Just a hair. This has become the new I don't work. I don't do any, do any hard work. Mike, thanks, man.
No problem, goober.
All right, so drive shafts are out. Like I said a minute ago, we're gonna take these up to Marietta drive line. We meaning mostly Mike, got the new transcooler lines in, hoses, lines, whatever you want to call them. They're in, so hopefully there'll be no more leakage and we won't have all this, fluid everywhere. But you can see the front drive shafts out, and we got the whole entire drive line out back here where you can see where the carrier bearing goes. That thing is trash, so we're gonna load this thing up and I'm gonna take it to Marietta drive shaft tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well. We'll catch up with you guys back here with the drive shafts. All right, guys, welcome back. We are getting back on Smokey. We've got the drivetrain here, which, let me flip this around because I forgot my camera equipment. I'm on my phone. So we got the drive shaft all redone, new U-joint, new carrier bearing, new U-joint in the rear. So we should be set there. Got all this room under here. We're gonna get the thing installed. If you'll remember, we're leaving the front drive shaft out now because our pinion is leaking pretty badly at the diff. Let me get out of the way of that light. But yeah, we're gonna get this thrown back in, and hopefully we'll be no more vibration. And we noticed the other night, this thing actually has some sort of rattle in the valve train. So we don't know if it's rocker arm, lifter, something else in the motor. So we're gonna get the drive shafts in and then check that out. And that will determine whether we're gonna drive this thing tomorrow or not to Seaton's in the city. But if we don't, Teddy's outside ready to go, so we'll drive him. But we're gonna give it our best shot tonight. So we're gonna throw these drive shafts in and we'll see you back in just a second. All right guys, so we back got this thing in. We got it tightened up front, that's still loose so we can adjust it. And then we got one of the original straps back on because we got a few straps and for some reason, well, we just can't find any that fit perfectly anymore. Even the old ones have a little bit of a gap right here. So we're back to thinking that the OGs are gonna work.
Dude,
What you think, Rock?
I think it's perfect.
I think we got it. It's a new carrier bearing in.
New drive.
New U-joints at both ends. Balanced drive shafts, not painted like they normally do, but I didn't request it. But we're all in. All right, so we got the drive shaft in, as you've seen. Now we're gonna start seeing if we can dissect what's happening under the hood. Rocky, fire this thing up. Let's see if we can hear that tick. Oh yeah, it's there. I think it might be a loose rocker under the valve cover here, so we're gonna pull the driver's side valve cover off. But it's been getting progressively worse, so we're gonna take a look at it. Mike's gonna help us diagnose this, so here we go. Taking them off.
Oh man.
Not with that, I'm not.
Yep.
There's that. God dog.
I just think it's on there.
I've had enough of you already.
Go right here.
Enough of you.
I'm getting
Put me.
t-shirts made that says I'm with Goober and they point at you.
But don't make fun of his red shoes. Come here. Am I on the...
Yeah, you're on the lip. Go ahead. There you go.
There it goes.
You pried it.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to move the air compressor.
Yeah.
I don't see how that's gonna work at all. All right guys, so we're getting there as you can see, but I'm gonna have to slide the condenser out of the way to get the valve cover off, so hang tight. We're gonna do that real quick off camera. Valve cover out. All we did was end up just moving the bulkhead for the AC because, well, it didn't have any charge in it anyway. We got a few loose back there, Rocky Tap. That one's pretty loose. I mean, I know some are supposed to be a little loose, but let's see what we're looking like down in here. I mean, it looks
fine.
It looks fine to me. Yeah, that one's got quite a bit of yeah on it. A little bit too much yeah right here, I think. That one's got a little, that one's got a little, that one's got a little.
Might need to
Lot. That one got a lot.
snag that one down.
What do you think, Rock?
You need to snag that one down.
Is that what they call it these days? Snagger?
Yeah, that's right.
We're gonna snagger that thing down.
You know where that came from? Me. Just another 25-cent word.
25 cents? That's about a nickel word, boy.
Hey, no, man, look it up.
In what? The Jalopy Jenkins Dictionary?
No, look it up in that Chilton.
Chilton. Man, trying to break out a daggum automotive manual.
The valves are all moving. That valve ain't even turning. Either the boat's wiped out on the cam or that lifter's flat. Man, this thing's got some shitty oil. Yeah. I guess you'd be dumping oil all over the place. Alright. These little squirter holes right here
Yeah,
should be squirting oil everywhere right now.
right.
It should be covering this whole engine bed. This thing ain't got shit to oil for. There's something. I don't know if the lifter's all clogged up from sitting for so long.
Well, we'll figure something out. All right, guys, so we don't have this resolved tonight. Not real sure what the problem is. Could be a wiped cam lobe, could be a collapsed lifter. So we're just gonna kind of leave this as is, drive Teddy to C10s in the city, and he's gonna wipe this all over my face, it looks like. But we'll keep you updated on Smokey. It just keeps getting worse for some reason. Cue the music.